person.
Huh?
Another question that came up, a student said, why did you deny access to this website, Dear SWAU? Well, I denied access because of the kind of scurrilous attacks that were coming up there. I'll open it up again. We'll drop the block right now if people involved will drop anonymity. They'll stop hiding behind some kind of, we don't know who you are. This is not a school where you're going to be kicked out or punished or somehow mistreated because you disagree. Lots of people disagree. Nobody here is going to be punished for disagreeing. So we'd be glad to do that, reopen it again. Another question. How can we have better communication? That's an important question. We need to find ways to have better communication. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to ways of finding that we don't have to deal with rumors. Another question. Why are you gone so much? I wonder that myself. My job involves all sorts of things. I'm told that 40% of the time I should be out on the road raising money for Southwest. It's hard to do that and do all the other things I'm supposed to do. I find that there are times when I have an assignment somewhere else and I really like to be here. I will try to find ways to limit my travel if I can. I certainly try to be at key events, the opening of the sports season. I try to go to concerts. I go to an awful lot of those. Try to show up at places that are useful. And maybe we'll just have to find other ways to do that. I certainly want to avoid anything that separates my job from direct communication with students. Another question is, why do we spend so much money on a new logo? Well, we didn't spend a lot of money on a new logo. We had to order stationery, and we do that every 4 or 5 years. And I'll be glad to sit down with anybody wants to look at the money. We didn't spend a lot of money. And the new logo has been a very helpful thing. It is a way of better communicating with our community who we are. I think in particular, I'm very pleased with our new seal. I don't know if you've seen that. Our new tagline. Think about that. We had a tagline that was given to us 5 years ago by a consultant, a non-admin consultant. He didn't know what we wanted. And the tagline was, educating minds, strengthening spirits. Doesn't say a lot. As I've said to the faculty, spirit is a good word for admins. Spirits, I'm not so sure about. I don't know, it sounds like something maybe a little dubious. Well, again, here's a case where just a little information would help. Now, we've talked about a number of things that are matters of opinion, where different people have different interpretations. There are some matters that are not matters of opinion. They are true or false. And let me mention 2 or 3 of those that have been circulating, where people have been, people have been circulating lies. Let me give you an example. On the anonymous website, someone put a picture of Dr. Elizabeth Bowser and said she was hired here at Southwestern because she's related to me. Now, that's a lie. A person could have taken 10 seconds to pick up the phone and call Dr. Steve Jones and ask, what was the president's role in that? Nobody bothered. Person could have called Dr. Tom Bunch and said, how was this person hired? Nobody bothered. Other statements that I see as absolute falsehoods, and I hope you'll reject them wherever you run into them. The claim that this administration doesn't care about students, or that your administrative team. We care deeply about students. Everything we do is committed to the idea of this school and these particular students. And without making any claims for me, I would say look at the other administrators. These are people who have chosen a difficult job at not very high pay, at not a famous or prestigious place, and they're here because they love this place. Another falsehood is that, and this is one that's very difficult for me to answer, on some of these websites, people started listing people who had lost their jobs over the last 2, 3, 4 years. They mentioned a worker in the enrollment office. They mentioned a music teacher. They mentioned some rumors about some other teachers. I cannot talk about those. I can't tell you the details. But I can tell you this. In every one of those cases, there was a careful process. People were warned, they were worked with, it was fair, and the work supervisor involved said it was fair. And if you have any doubts, you might ask some of those work supervisors what's involved. Those are difficult decisions, but they're fair, and the process is fair. There are plenty of other mistakes and falsehoods and inaccurate statements out there. Somebody also suggested that hiring and firing was done on the basis of friendship with the president, that I created openings in order to hire my friends. Again, false. One of the ones that is most distressing to me is the rumor going around, people say, Elder Keith Gray has been demoted. That is not true. Ask Elder Gray. Find out how much his salary is different from what it was 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago. He has not been demoted. There's a lateral move there. He's changed from one spot to the other. But let me tell you, almost as soon as I got here, I started looking for a way to hire Elder Keith Gray. One of my closest friends told me, this is a person you need to have. And I spent several years courting him until I got him. And I'm delighted he's here. And I'm going to keep him here as long as I can in whatever job he does, because he's such an outstanding person. And yet, this long process of seeking the man, hiring the man, defending and promoting the man is misrepresented. Again, I would say, be sure to ask people, don't jump to conclusions. Now, I think that's all I can say for today. If you have other questions, we will try to arrange another forum. I want to appeal to you to live up to your highest ideals of what is right and wrong. Listen to the voice that you hear when you are at prayer. Pay attention to that voice. Remember that some of your best friends are going to be people that you will disagree with. Don't abuse people you disagree with. Don't make anonymous attacks. And if you feel that I'm doing a bad job, if you think I need to be replaced, well, the people to talk to are this board of trustees. That's the appropriate strategy to take. And of course, you're free to do that. So that's what I've been thinking about over the last several days as I have dealt with your questions, dealt with the problems before us. I believe that the best days of this school are still ahead of us, and I believe we can build on the successes of the past. Anyway, thank you for your very careful attention. If we need to have another forum, we'll do that.
Not if it's like this.
If, you'll remember Esther would like you to stay by for 10